Alright, I'm making this video because obviously if you can see behind me, I'm trying to remove engineered hardwood flooring that's been glued to a concrete slab. So I've tried multiple methods. I've Googled the heck out of this. I've seen some YouTube videos, seen various tools and techniques. Bad news is there is no easy way to do it. And there's no easy way around it. It's just good. It's physical freaking labor. So I found a few different tools that I tried, and I'm using like a combination of them. And from in my experience for this particular floor, I'm getting the most efficient amount of use out of all the tools together. And it depends, you know, just like a little bit of a strategy that I'm going with here now, just from trial and error and using different tools and trying different stuff. So first thing I use is air hammer. This is just a regular freaking cobalt air hammer from Lowe's. It's got a chisel. Basically, you hook it up to an air compressor, and it just pulses. I think at like 2,000 some odd blows per minute, which is it's pretty typical. Nothing crazy, but this is the biggest chisel that I can find. It's actually good. It works good for the application that I'm using it for, and I'll show you where this comes into play. So first thing is getting started, right? You can see here I've already gotten a decent amount of floor. I got about 50% of my floor already demoed. So now, so some of the stuff that I've been watching, all right? You get, you know, like a big 20-pound electric hammer with an attachment that's actually meant to demo thin set and ceramic tile and such, right? It's got about a 6-inch steel blade. It's been working beautifully. You'll have your spots here and there where it just kind of gets stuck and you gotta get creative. But so first thing is getting started. You have to be able to access the sides of the panels to do what I'm doing right now, right? So I'm gonna access the side of this panel right here using the air hammer with the chisel. Basically what I'm gonna do is kind of just break it loose all the way down the side of it. Then I'm gonna go to my 42-inch pry bar. I'm just going to kick underneath of it and pry most of it up. You can probably see the other piece right here, the last piece I did. It's going to leave a little bit left, right? Because the glue it's bonded to the concrete so strongly that you know, there's certain pieces, depending on who glued it down, who did the floor. You're going to have some places where the glue is a little bit thicker than others. That's the places where it's just going to stick. That's where the electric hammer, you know, the 20-pound electric hammer on the cart is going to come into play, which we're going to go over here in just a second. First thing I'm going to do is kind of pop this loose with the air hammer and the chisel, and then I'm going to pop it right up with the crowbar. So I was able to get under it. It's fairly easy. It's a little bit of back work. So try to really get down there and bend your legs. Don't bend over. Try to really hinge at the hips kind of thing. Now I'm going to go right behind it. Right. So all I do is kind of pop it up to get it a little bit loose so I can access underneath of the panel or the plank. 42-inch pry bar. Nice, flat right here. I like the curve because you can get more leverage when you're pulling. So this, I can just sit it right on the floor, just kick it a couple times, give it one little pull. And as you can see, it's kind of pulling the entire plank up, right? So now I got a whole piece. So you can see how where some of your glue is a little bit thinner, it just pop right up. Then right here we were a little bit thicker, so it's gonna pull some of the bottom layer of your planks off, and it's just gonna stick to the concrete. That's where you're gonna want to use the big guy, right? The big guns. You got to bring out the big dog. This is a 20-pound electric hammer. This is a Hilti high drive. This will apply a lot of power, right? A lot of power, a lot of torque. This one operates at about 3,000 some odd blows per minute. I don't remember the exact specs, but it's 3,000 some odd blows per minute. A little bit faster than my Cobalt air hammer, right? Comes with a cart. You can see the blade. It's a little 6-inch steel blade. You got a little, looks like a handbrake here, but this is actually a lever to where you can actually adjust the angle, right? The higher angle, you're going to need that to get started on some of these flat pieces and some of the excess glue, you know, the thick layers of glue that are still left on your floor. You're going to need this higher angle in order to access that, right? If you get to a part where you're really getting stuck and you kind of started getting under it, you can lower it down and start really pushing up underneath that plank, if that's the way you're going with it. So real quick, I'm just going to demo this one little area just right here, just so you can see this. I'll start off with the thick layer of glue, and then I'm just going to run right into this to this area where it pulled the bottom layer of the plank off. All right, so you can see with that, it pulls that access up, you know, pretty good. Depending on what you're going to replace it with, is going to depend on how much of this glue you want to get up. I'm going with the luxury vinyl paneling flooring, which has like a really thin layer, probably about maybe a 32nd of an inch or so, really thin layer of foam on the bottom, and it really flexes in order to hide slight imperfections. So this small amount of glue right here, I'm really not worried about this. If you're going to go with ceramic, obviously you're going to want to do a chemical strip. And you see what I got in I've already done my dining room, so you can kind of see the difference right here. All right, this is where I stopped last time. I did the dining room before anything else. It took me 8 hours with 3 people and a lot of physical labor. I had not yet figured out this machine yet. I was using a different machine. It's one of the handheld ones with I think it's got about a 12-inch blade on it. And it's more meant for like linoleum and vinyl tile, sticky tile, that kind of thing. It'll eat that stuff right up. So if you're demoing that kind of stuff that's glued on, absolutely go that route. It'll just pull it up in a nice, neat little row. You're still going to have to do a chemical strip, right? The linoleum is what I had in my kitchen, right? This is what the result is after the kitchen floor strip or floor demo, however you want to call it. And you can see it leaves a lot of residual adhesive that's just going to be stuck to your concrete, right? So depending on what method, you know, what you're planning on replacing it with, that depends on how much effort you're going to have to put into this. If I'm going to replace this with ceramic tile, I absolutely want to strip this with a chemical to try to get as much of the raw concrete exposed as possible, so that when I lay my thin set, it's going to bond to the concrete. If you lay thin set right over top of this glue, it's just a matter of time. You're going to have a couple tiles that are just going to break loose. Right? They're not going to stick to that glue. So I wanted to make this video because I personally was searching, and I looked at, I don't know, dozens of videos on how to do this, because it was just boggling my mind at how hard it was. And the techniques that I just showed you, that's the best thing the most efficient thing that I've found so far. Again, this was by myself with these So I was able to do this, basically this whole strip right here, right? I was able to do this whole strip in a matter of about, it took me about 5 minutes, if that, using the air hammer to loosen up the side of the panel, and then using my 42-inch pry bar, pop it right up, right? So if you guys are doing this, man, I wish you the best of luck. This isn't the absolute, best way maybe, that you might find something that works better. But if you're fighting with it and you're just looking at ways to do it, I highly recommend it. I just got just a regular, you don't have to have anything crazy, just a regular Bostitch, 135 PSI, 6-gallon air compressor. Your run-of-the-mill, spiral air hose, cobalt air hammer. That's only at about, I think I got that for about 35 bucks, brand new. And then depending on your rental companies, you can rent this machine for give or take $250 to $300. Luckily, the guys that I rented from, they're closed on the weekend, so I was able to do a 24-hour rental on Friday, and I get to keep it until Monday. So if you got a place that is closed on the weekends, I highly recommend waiting until Friday. That way you can get the best bang for your buck, get you a couple days out of a 24-hour rental. Pry bars, just say, you can use a shorter one, I guess, but I like this one because I can stand all the way up. I can kick the bottom of it. And it just pulls it up so much easier. The longer, obviously, the more leverage you're going to have. So, and I will keep fighting the good fight. Good luck. Hope this helps.